There's one note. That's harmony. There's 3 notes, right? 1, 3, 5. There's the 7, there's a dominant, flat at 7. But then you can start adding these really amazing, like, you can almost play whatever you want, right? Feel that? Like, it's amazing how the layers of the sound that travels can make you feel. It changes the whole mood of the room, right? Music is amazing. Well, welcome back to another Mr. Harris RYC YouTube page where we do reaction videos from a vocal artist perspective. I have been running all day today. No breakfast, because if I eat breakfast, the buttons on this here vest are gonna pop. But I kind of like the vest. Hope you guys kind of like the vest this morning as well. Ricky, who do we have up today? Oh, I see Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars.
Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. This is a new song titled Die With a Smile.
I'd be lying if I tell you I've never heard it. I don't think I've heard it in its entirety. I haven't heard it from start to finish. But I have heard pieces probably on like TikTok and stuff. You know, things have changed now in the world. We don't have radio that plays music that we always want to hear. It's the top 5 songs in rotation. We don't really have video like MTV. Any MTV folk out there? VH1. You know, those days are done. I need a rhyme. So people have to find songs. How do they find videos now? In its entirety?
Just linking back to their YouTube, I guess, from their social media
YouTube.
platforms.
Got it. So let's check this out. I get to hear the whole thing. Everybody got that country vibe.
I just woke up from a dream.
Key of A.
Well, you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you.
I'm just gonna sing with a cigarette in the mouth.
Lost in the words that we scream. I don't even want to do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and our love's the only war worth fighting for.
Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile.
If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you.
Right next to you.
Next to you.
Right next to you. for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next to you.
Mm. 2-5 movement. If the world was ending, be next to you. That's a nice. I wonder if that is that a remake of a song?
I think this is an original.
It's an original.
Yes.
It has a lot of tones as though Bruno Mars and his crew wrote it in terms of melodic structure. She's first of all, let's talk about Lady Gaga for a second. You know, she's almost like a chameleon, right? She has her own flow, her own style that is dope. You know, and people just like kind of gravitated around her branding, you know, and how she branded herself and her dress and how she did her shows. But she's an artist, man. She and the fact when she does these duets, she kind of like sinks in with whoever she's doing a duet with. So I thought this was good with Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, because I think Bruno Mars can really sing. That pause be there. That boy, first of all, I can't call him a boy no more. Even though he's still small in stature, I'm starting to see him age just a little bit. He aging with the rest of us, just a little bit. But he can sing. He's one of the top, I'd put him up there as one of the top 5 male vocalists of the century. I said again. I put him up there as top 5 male vocalists of the century. Not just based on, because I don't rate singers based on their music. You know, that's something different. He's probably top 2 in terms of putting out hits and singing. But just as a singer, that boy can sing. Got a great range, purity in his voice. You know, if you get a chance to look at any of his earlier stuff when he was a kid, he's been talented his whole life. It probably looks odd for people to see him with a guitar in his hand, because I just know a little bit about him. That guy plays a lot of instruments as well. He's a multi-talented, and he can dance really, really well. Bruno Mars is dope. I could probably say, we already said top 5 vocalists. And I'd probably even say like top 5 entertainer of this decade. Definitely male entertainer, without question. There's no argument there, I don't think. And now you link up with Lady Gaga. That's a recipe for success. Like, you know, she don't miss. You know, and she's definitely creative. You know, I get this. Listen, if I could be the fly on the wall, and you guys do your research. You know, I think I'm a consumer now at this point in my life, right? I don't really dive into who's got babies and who's dating who and where they met and who wrote the song. I don't really do that. I'm really more of a consumer, and I am still an artist. So I look at the art form, right? I would probably gamble, my hypothesis would be, that the scientist in me come out, would be that Bruno Mars and his team wrote the song. But I wouldn't be surprised if Lady Gaga and her team did the video. Right? I mean, there's something authentic about this. I don't know where that set came from. Those are like the old curtains even from back in the day that would cost you $1 billion to have today. I don't understand the mannequins, but that would be like a Lady Gaga thing for me. Like, you notice it was mannequins, not real people in the audience?
No.
Yeah, they had mannequins. I don't know why they didn't have real people with that. But that set was like, is that like, I don't know if that's really, is what's the guy? It's a really big show, ladies and gentlemen. Ed Sullivan. It gave you that like Ed Sullivan vibe, like they were guests on his show. There was another guy that was back in the day, Dick Clark. So it took you back to like the 70s. Even that microphone, like where did they get that? You know, the big, huge Marshall amps. Like they made us really, really vintage, you know. Good job. Very entertaining. And that's Lady Gaga. She is one of the queens of entertainment, right? And she's an artist, great artist and a great vocalist. This was nice, man. I only heard like pieces of this song. TikTok don't play the melody. I never heard the melody of the song. I never even really heard the chorus. There's a part that I did hear that I've heard through the TikTok loop. And that's a bad part about TikTok, right? I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Because it only gives you that snippet of 10, 12, 15 seconds. You know, mostly if it's clipped to something and people using a sound bite of it. But you don't get to hear the song in its entirety. You know, I guess we could, you know, Google and look for it or pull it up on your Apple or whatever you're using. But I miss the days of like turning on the radio. I wanna be next to you, but who's that? You know, and that makes you go and search for it. We don't really get that, at least here in the United States. You know, it's not like that. How is it where you guys are? Is radio like really introducing you to new artists and new music, and not just a single? Like, you know, are DJs taking that time like they used to do back in the day? So here's a single, but here's a record I like. And they would break new records because, you know, out of 12, 14 songs you released, the DJ would also play the songs they liked. And that's how songs were broken because, like, yo, you put your single, but then DJs would start playing other things, and wherever it became really hot, then that helped people understand and look for those records as well. I miss those days, Rick. I miss those days greatly. Listen, man, this is a great choice. Can't go wrong with this. Tastefully done, professional. Love it, you know, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, man, this was good. This is good. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Keep checking in, Mr. Harris RYC YouTube page. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I wanna be next to you.